listen to us and watch us as well on YouTube. See our pretty faces. Wave at the cameras, gentlemen.
Well, we haven't. Oh, hold on.
Well, there we are. Wave at the
Now you
cameras.
can wave at
There
your
we
camera.
are.
I had it on something else there for a second.
It is now time.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, NFL time.
It is
2020.
NFL time. Officially, NFL
Woo-hoo.
time. You know,
Hut,
all offseason, I feel like it was NFL time just talking about one dude and his stupid contract, which ended up not even happening.
Dak Prescott.
Dak Prescott. But now it is officially NFL time where we actually can talk about other teams.
So you're getting our expert picks and opinions, folks. We're going to pick our teams, kick them out. We're going to give you some info and history. I've got the standings of the last decade. We're starting, I guess, is this official new decade or is this the end
officially
of the
a new decade.
That's the end of the
decade? Okay.
Oh, end?
So,
okay.
last decade.
okay. So
That, yes.
in last decade,
Is the 2020 season, though,
Yeah.
the start of a new decade?
the
Yeah, there we
division
go.
champions of the last decade were the Patriots, Steelers, Texans, and Chiefs, Eagles, Packers, Saints, and Seahawks. 100 wins, Patriots, Steelers, Saints, Packers, and Seahawks. So the only teams with 100 wins, the 5 worst teams in football.
Cleveland.
Dang. It was just that was
What
like a
is
little
going
church.
on
It was
over
like a
there?
little church mouse.
What is
It's like
going
a
on
church
over there?
mouse out of nowhere. All of a sudden, you all you hear is
The little rat gets a running.
Cleveland. That's all you heard.
I just want to know what is wrong with Terry.
I just want the
Tom,
season to
just
start.
stand up and show your shirt. You just
I
don't
want
gotta
the
do-
season to. You see why it's Cleveland against the world? Because this guy doesn't even. He doesn't even know where Cleveland is on a map.
I should have worn my Cleveland
He
jersey.
doesn't even know where it is on a map.
I should have
Okay?
worn my Baker Mayfield jersey.
You should have. We had all three. We had 3-on-1, Terry. It should have been an all Cleveland morning show.
Can we move on?
Okay.
It's the Bake Show.
So the 5 worst are the Browns, the Jaguars,
That ain't even a question.
the Buccaneers,
That is a little surprising.
and the Washington Football Club.
Well, that's crazy too because that doesn't surprise me. But the Bucks actually surprised me.
Don't put the camera
Because-
on him. Don't put the camera on him.
I don't even know what it says.
It says Browns on it. He's just,
Browns.
just
So he's a Browns fan now?
It surprises me with the Bucks though because they have a Super Bowl this last
Panthers
decade.
fans, you're 78. Now, they don't have a Super Bowl this decade.
In the 2000s.
But
Yeah.
you don't. That was 2003.
Yeah.
Oh wait,
That's
that's
2
right. It was
decades ago.
I forgot. A decade is 10. I was thinking from 2000 to 2020.
As you
This
get
millennium.
older,
Yeah.
time moves real quick.
Yes.
They've got one this millennium.
There you go.
All right, so the Panthers have a losing
They got one in the
record.
2000s.
Panthers have a losing
Nice
record at
save.
There we go.
78 and
There we go.
81. So for you Panthers fans looking to do some bragging out there, the Falcons has more wins than you. The Vikings have more wins than you. The Packers, the Cowboys, the Eagles, the Seahawks all have more wins than you in the NFC. All right, so let's do our picks.
Fun fact, though, for a lot of people that probably don't know, this year, for the new start of the decade, I've got it, the new decade, they're now doing a new playoff format. So we will have an extra team
Right.
that we have to pick.
So this is what makes it a little weird. Usually, folks, almost always, by percentages, and there's usually 12 playoff teams, right? This year there'll be 14. But on the norm, 6 of the 12 playoff teams actually miss it the year before.
Yeah, they do.
Sometimes it's 5, but for the most part, it's almost always 6. So we usually take that many out. But when you add an extra team, it's going to be tough for all of those to fall out. So our rule this year was you have to take 4 teams out of the playoffs, and then we'll go from there. And we'll pick our winners, and we're going to kick 4 out. We're going to have 6 new teams in, and then we're all going to kind of go through and go and figure out where we are. So what I want to do, guys, is let's to make it simpler and quick, because we only got 15 minutes instead of like 45 on our podcast or something. I want you guys to give me. We're going to go division winners, and we're going to put them up, and then we're going to see who we got in and out as we go. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, for example, guys, let's go division winner of the AFC East, Tom.
AFC East is going to be your Buffalo Bills.
Terry.
Buffalo Bills.
I love it.
I've got the New England Patriots, but we'll go with the Bills for you guys.
I love it. I got the Buffalo Bills.
All right. In the AFC North, Tom, who is your champion?
You know, I would go with my gut like Terry does, but I'm not. Baltimore is still the cream of the crop of the NFC North, so I would want to pick Cleveland, but I think Baltimore's going to win the division because I am a professional.
Terry.
Pittsburgh Steelers.
I got Steelers.
I have the Baltimore Ravens.
So 2-2. How are we gonna break this tie?
JP.
JP, Steelers or Ravens?
Do I have to choose?
Yes, Steelers or Ravens?
You are officially the tiebreaker.
JP, you getting a check? Answer the question.
Steelers or Ravens? Good point, Tom.
Ravens.
There you go.
We cut him off.
There you go. It's the official tiebreaker,
All right.
JP.
AFC South champions.
I have the Colts.
Tom?
Gosh, the AFC South. I got to go with the Texans.
I've got the Colts.
I've got Titans. So Colts.
See, but that's just Terry
our
going
board.
with his heart again because Rivers is playing there, and we all know
Tom, did I ask you for any explanation?
that. No, but you got it. But you got it. You didn't want it, but you got it. Just like
Don't
any
make
of-
me
just
start
like any of
explaining
your
why the Colts are going to
any of
win
your
this.
text messages. I know you're
I
always.
mean-
He's always late for work because you get a 2 a.m. text message.
Yeah.
Where my Browns fans at? In bed. We got to work tomorrow. We're not sleeping like you in ISS
Where's my
room all day.
Browns fans at?
Yeah. Where my LeBron people at, or whatever
Oh,
he said in
man.
the middle of the night.
And then,
So anyway, this year's Super Bowl was Kansas City, San Francisco, right?
yes.
Okay, I just want to make sure I'm pulling up the right image here for our playoff predictions. Coach Pruitt says Cleveland's right up 77. Tom or Terry. I guess.
Terry still couldn't get
Coach,
there.
I still got your hat on,
Terry
man.
still
I'm
thinks-
supporting you
He does
today.
got his Cherry Army
Yeah.
football hat on. AFC West.
That's Kansas City.
Tom,
AFC West is Kansas City. That's a no-brainer.
Terry,
Terry, you hated on them all last year, and
Kansas
they won the
City.
Super Bowl. Come on now.
Hunter.
It's Kansas City.
All
That
right.
ain't a question.
All right, so we did have picks for Steelers, Patriots.
Texans.
We had a Texan pick,
Wasn't me.
And
and I had
It
a
was
Titan
Tom.
pick.
Titans. Yeah.
I had a Titans pick. All right. So we need 3 of those 4 to be. Well, no, we need to talk about that because last year's playoff teams were Titans, Texans,
Patriots.
Bills, Patriots, Ravens, and Chiefs. Okay. So you've got the Colts in there from last year that didn't make it. Steelers, Patriots, Texans, and Titans. Of those 4, Steelers are the only ones that didn't make it last year. All of averages say, does the rest of the table want to agree with me when I say Steelers will be a wild card team? Yes
No.
or no? Hunter
No.
says no. Tom, yes or no?
Steelers would be a wild card team.
I
Terry?
got them a wild card
All right.
team.
So we got them in a wild card
Their
team.
quarterback's like 68 years old. I mean, and
But
he can't.
he
move.
can win.
The
He
thing
can't
about
move.
that, remember last year though, the Steelers did have the number 8 defense in
Yeah.
scoring. So when you add Roethlisberger to that, that's going to be better than adding Teddy Bridgewater to the 31st ranked defense in
Yeah.
scoring. Like
Yeah.
Shannon says, the defense going to be top 5 now.
Shannon is a man of passion, not of.
Yes, he is. All right, so
Sanity.
that gives us Patriots, Texans, and Titans.
The only one out of those 3 that I have on my list is the Tennessee Titans.
Of what?
Getting the
The
playoffs.
Patriots, Texans, and Titans. Even the Steelers, the only one I had out of those 4
Do you
were the
really?
Titans.
You really think handing the ball to Derrick Henry 40 times is gonna
Ryan
work?
Tannehill was
We're
like
gonna
the
talk, we're
third
gonna
best
talk our
quarterback.
individual list in just a minute.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So who do you have of those 3 teams? Give me one that you think
Titans.
is making the playoffs.
The Titans.
Terry,
Titans.
Tom, you
Out.
think Titans are making the playoffs? I have Titans
No.
winning the division.
Oh, they got them in or out?
in the
In.
playoffs.
No, I don't have them in.
Terry, you got Texans.
Titans are also in the running to sign Jadeveon Clowney.
Do you
They
have
still
Titans in
haven't
the
signed.
playoffs?
I had the
Do
Titans
you have
in the
Titans in the
playoffs.
playoffs?
No,
No.
do not.
So right now they're
I do
2 and
not.
2. Do you have
JP!
Texans in the
I
no,
do.
no, hold on. Do you have
I
the
do.
Texans in the
I do.
playoffs?
I do.
Terry, you have Texans in
Yeah.
the playoffs.
No.
Do you have Texans in the
No.
playoffs? I don't either, so they're out. So now it's Patriots.
What did you want, Hunter?
Hold on.
We might
never
not
mind.
need you.
Do you have Patriots in, Tom?
I do not.
No.
Patriots in.
No.
I'm the only one that has Patriots. So
So they're out.
no, well, it's Patriots or Titans. Y'all had didn't two y'all had
I had the
No.
Titans.
no,
Y'all,
no,
no.
Patriots or Texans. We got Titans in.
I had both of them out.
Yeah, I got Patriots out and the Texans out.
I do
But
too.
you had Titans in, and
I
we
had
had
the
Titans
Titans
in.
in.
We had 3 Titans.
I had Texans in, not Titans.
All right, so now we have to choose from the table, guys, for the last spot: Patriots or Texans.
I hate your rule on this, but okay.
We've already got the 2 spots.
If I have
Texans.
to pick,
Texans
are out.
are in.
I don't
I
because
know,
I think
Patriots.
Belichick
I've got-
elite somehow.
I've got
Patriots
Patriots,
put them
Cam
in.
Newton winning the division.
Belichick ain't playing.
I got
sorry.
the Patriots.
Patriots,
the
he's got
Texans,
some
the
defensive
Texans,
players.
The
He's got no
Texans have
offense.
cleaned house, man. They don't have anybody.
Patriots or Texans, Terry?
Patriots in.
Patriots or Texans, Tom?
I got the Texans in. Watson's going to carry
The
it.
Patriots.
Okay, we got more Patriots. All right, so
What do
As
the
a group-
Texans have that the Patriots don't have? A quarterback.
Bill Belichick.
I'm sorry, the Patriots have got Bill Belichick and Cam Newton. I know Deshaun Watson's good. They just shipped off his number one receiver, DeAndre Hopkins, for a running back.
Yeah, I
they got
know.
the wrong.
That is questionable.
They got the wrong Bill coaching in.
But
the
all the
And their
all the
offensive line
all
is
the Titan-
garbage.
All the Titans have is a running back.
Ryan Tannehill was the third
They lost
best
it. They
quarterback
lost-
for the second half of the
Didn't
season.
the Titans lose their best defensive player, two defensive linemen? So I mean,
and they might sign
yeah.
So
David
that's our
Clowney.
picks
Hey,
right there.
No, I don't
That's
know.
why the
I don't know
Richardson
what
Clowney.
that is. That is not my list.
I
It's
kinda
close.
make it
It's
big.
very close, but it's not.
Well, that's what we're gonna do. So let's compare each one of y'all's list
to that one.
to what our group just did.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Just in the AFC East.
We'll just go like
Well, the
I guess we'll
AFC.
just go whichever way then.
So
So-
division title.
Yeah.
Terry, all right, who's your playoff teams? Who did you have out of the AFC?
I had taken the Patriots, the Texans, and the Titans out. And I had put the Steelers, Colts, and Broncos in.
We're close, Terry.
That's a Philip
We're
Rivers.
close.
So you had who? Who's your four teams in, Terry?
My four teams out of the AFC would have been the Jets, Steelers, Colts, and Broncos.
All right, so there's Terry's picks compared to the group. Tom, who did you have?
Out of the AFC, I took the Titans and Patriots out, and I put in Cleveland, Pittsburgh, and Denver.
Tom ends, Browns, Steelers, Broncos. And if you're watching and I misspell something, I'm typing as fast as I can, and I don't really care if I do miss
See,
something.
the Browns
I'll go
did
back.
get their Delpit went down, which was their second round pick, but then they picked Jacksonville's just giving away everybody. So
All right,
they were
Hunter,
able to
who'd you
get a
kick out?
I kicked out the Patriots and the Texans.
And who'd you throw in?
Denver, Cleveland, and Indianapolis. Who am I missing that I kicked out? Oh no, that's right because
That's
we
right.
added one. You're
You
right.
get one- you get one
I get
more
one
in.
extra. Yeah.
All right, my ins and outs. I had four outs, of course, and 6 ins. So outs were 49ers, Vikings, Bills, and Texans.
Whoa! I wasn't all that I took out. I thought you were only talking for the AFC.
Oh, y'all are just in the AFC.
Yeah, we were just in the
Sorry,
AFC.
Sorry. We're in the AFC right now.
How are you
Yeah.
taking the 49ers? We didn't
We ain't even
Well,
got
we
to
haven't
them
got
yet.
there.
We ain't even
We
got
ain't-
to
we
them.
even got
I'm taking
there.
We
We'll
ain't got
argue
you.
with him in a minute.
Oh,
Okay.
Bills. Sorry, this is just AFC. Bills
So did
and
Corona take out
Yeah,
half
how
their
long?
team? I mean, what
Bills and Texans are out, and the AFC in for me was Steelers, Browns, and Colts.
I hope you're doing this in a Google Doc.
I don't even know
This
what
is
that's
that
in.
is a notepad.
Oh Lord.
All right, so we've got Terry's outs, or Terry's new ones were Jets, Steelers, Colts, Broncos. Tom's new ends were Browns, Steelers, Broncos. Hunter had Broncos, Browns, Colts, and I have Browns, Steelers, Colts. So we've got 3 Colts, 1, 2, 3 Steelers, and 1, 2, 3 Browns. So if you did it that way, those would be our wild card teams instead of either the Titans or the Patriots. So you can kind of look at it 2 different ways that we went with that. So there's your picks in the AFC as far as what we've got. Now let's go through and do these NFCs. I'll get this cleared up for my formatting in a minute. So let's go by division.
Mm-hmm.
NFC. We'll start in the order I got them. NFC East champion, Tom.
NFC East. Let's go with Philadelphia. I know who Terry's going with.
I got Eagles.
I got the Eagles.
It took a lot of calculation, but I come up with the Cowboys.
Took a lot of calculating. Wow.
They'll be good. I get they'll be better. I'm not like you and just going to bash your team because for the sake of it. I
Lamb.
think they'll be better on offense.
D.D. Lamb may have
It
over
depends on how
1,000
much.
yards.
I wonder
receiving.
how much pouting is Prescott going to do because he didn't get his money though.
Who'd you pick?
I picked the Eagles.
Okay, so we got the Eagles in the NFC East.
Boy, we mess up.
They're
NF
healthy. They're healthy. Though.
NFC North.
I got the Packers.
I got Packers.
I did not have the Packers. I had the Vikings.
Terry?
I have the Packers.
All right. So Packers make the
They will make it close.
Well, why are y'all loyal to the Packers when they didn't try to get,
We're not.
Rodgers?
Aaron
anything?
Rodgers.
He's never had a
dude,
losing record.
Basically drafted his replacement. Maybe he's mad.
Who do
this
you
year.
trust
Maybe
more?
he's
never had a
Aaron-
losing
I'm
record
just,
when he
it's just
played.
who do you
True.
trust
I
more?
can't-
True,
Kirk Cousins or A. Rodgers?
true, but they didn't really try to help Rodgers. So
They did, but he's done it by himself before.
I'm putting him out.
And the Bears just announced Trubisky's the starter, so
Yes.
it's like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
beat
All
out Foles.
So,
Wow.
He
all right.
did.
NFC West.
49ers.
Seahawks.
49ers for me.
I got the 49ers.
Y'all are terrible.
Nah.
What did the Seahawks add? Did they add anything? I know they had a
They
million
they
injuries.
traded a bunch of people for Jamal Adams.
Yeah, they got Jamal. That's right. They got Adams. Yeah.
When did the safety make a Super Bowl team? I don't
Yeah.
know.
Well, you got to have one. You got to.
Every Super
I
Bowl
mean,
team. Every single
Which
Super Bowl team's
which
got a
big
great
trade?
safety.
Which big
They
trade
all
for a
have safety.
safety?
They all
Is
got-
I'm just saying, which big name trade for a safety has ever
You
made
gotta-
or broken a Super Bowl team?
You
I mean,
can never. I was telling guys at work we're going to talk about this. You could never have enough defensive backs. Never have enough. Not in this pass happy league.
No.
You can never have enough.
NFC South.
Saints.
Saints.
Yeah.
Saints.
Yeah.
All right, so we got Saints across the board. All right, that was easy. All right, so Terry picked the Cowboys, and I picked the Seahawks, but those are the only ones. All right, across the board, do y'all have Cowboys in the playoffs?
I do.
I did.
Yes.
I didn't, but y'all will go ahead and I lose out that vote.
They got too much talent on offense to keep them out of the playoffs.
Cards. So y'all got Cowboys. All right, what was the other one? Seahawks. Do y'all have Seahawks in the playoffs?
I do not.
I have them in the playoffs.
I didn't either.
I do, and I've got them winning the division, so that's gonna take that spot.
2-2. The eyes have it.
All right,
Oh,
so
we did. Whatever. I guess. Yeah. So.
So now we have 6 teams in: Eagles, Packers, Niners, Saints, Cowboys, and Seahawks. Now we have to find the 7th team that will make it on your list.
I bet you we could all guess which
I
one is on
guarantee
all
we
our
can
lists.
figure this out.
That would
bet.
be Thomas Brady
Yeah,
and the Bucks.
this is the Bucks.
I'll take Fournette and Brady.
I'll take
Gronkowski.
Gronkowski,
I mean,
Godwin.
I'll just name their offense.
There's 3 teams on my list that aren't on this on
Williams?
y'all's list. We'll go over that.
How
There-
many?
there
ga-
are
how,
only
but
two
really,
teams.
How many games is Gronk going to play before he has another concussion? I
So we're
give him
going
three,
Bucks?
3 or 4.
Okay, yeah, I'm going Bucks. I guarantee though that
Bucks.
Gronkowski's not even the starting tight end. I bet
He's
it's
not.
OJ
He's not
Howard.
going to play. He'll be. in
He's just a
spots.
red zone
Terry,
threat.
who'd you have out in the NFC?
All right, out in the NFC, I had the Eagles out, but I had to put 2 in, and that was the Cowboys and Bucks
How the heck are you going to keep the Eagles out of the playoffs?
because they're
Because
not
he's a
good
Cowboys
enough.
fan.
They're not good enough.
All right, Tom.
Yeah.
Who are your NFC outs?
NFC outs, I had the Packers and Seahawks out because I know Wilson and Rodgers are very good. I just don't think they have enough to go with it to carry them.
I agree with only one of those teams. But
Okay.
continue.
And then I had in the Bucks and Dallas, but my surprise team for 2020, the Cardinals.
You've lost me. You've lost me.
I had to go with one wild card.
Yeah,
that
that
nobody
is a
else was
real
going.
wild
That's
card.
a wild card.
My wild
okay?
card
That's a
last year
wild
was
card.
the 49ers to get in. Well, guess what? They went on to win the Super Bowl. So
Well, so maybe mine.
it might happen.
You know.
It might happen.
Yeah, so if the year before they didn't make it, then last year they made it. The last time they made the Super Bowl, the year after they didn't make it. And I say this year they won't make it.
Yeah, but
But
they
all
had,
the odds 3
but
picked
they-
them to win.
But they all had different players back then. It's not like it's the same.
Second
players.
year, Jimmy
Exact same
G's
thing.
fully in the. So, all right. Hunter's outs.
Like nobody ever has a Super Bowl hangover. Matt Ryan
They
didn't
do.
make it the year after
Well,
his MVP, and
yeah.
Cam hadn't won a playoff
No, you're right.
game
You're right.
since
No,
2015.
I'm not denying that. I just think that the 49ers defense is too good
Yeah.
not to make it
I
back.
Hunter.
agree.
Hunter's
and the ends.
outs. Vikings and the Seahawks. The 3 that I had in.
I hate Pete Carroll. I can't go.
I know. I
I
don't,
don't
hate
like
him. I
him
don't like
either.
him.
I hate
I like Wilson, not him.
I like
Same.
Wilson.
The 3 that I had in was Dallas. I put that Dallas was going to get in. The Bucks And then my surprise team is they're too talented to have missed it last year, the Rams.
All right, so
You know what? That's not bad.
They're too talented.
Yeah.
They were, I
Hunter,
think, 9-7 too last year and missed it. So
Hunter, I had Rams on the board. So all right, here's my sheet, my picks. So where I went through with everything. Now I actually went through every team's schedule and picked every single game, and these are the records that I came up with. Okay.
Okay.
So this is where I came with up
How much
on
time
this
this
list.
guy got on his
I
hands?
don't know. I figured Dallas is 8-8.
It takes about an hour.
Dallas is 8-8. Okay, yeah.
Terry, you named it 8-8
See?
Cowboys.
That's what I'm saying. There's no way.
There you go.
Terry.
They got too much talent on offense. I'll give you that, Terry. From an objective standpoint, they have a very talented offensive unit.
That's cute. So AFC West,
And they got Randy Gregory back.
AFC West.
Yeah.
I had Chiefs at 13 wins, Broncos at 8, Raiders at 7, Chargers at 6 wins, with the Chiefs making the playoffs. AFC South, I had Titans with 10 wins, Colts with 9 wins making the playoffs, Texans at 8 wins, Jaguars 2.
Yeah, they're all in on the tank. All in.
And also these wins, they all add up to the exact number of wins.
Jaguars
and
might
losses.
not win a game.
I've got
might
that's
not
why I got
win
them
a
at 2, so I don't know. I think Gardner Minshew, they've got an easy schedule. That's why I had them at 2. Minshew could pull one of those. They play the Dolphins in there, and so they could pull one of those.
I
And the
love
Jets,
Gardner.
I
They
think.
got to beat
at
two.
home.
I feel
Man. They
sorry
gotta
for
beat
him.
two.
I do too. He's getting screwed.
Yeah, Minshew just, I mean, every time you have something, then all of a sudden Fournette's gone. I mean, you're
They're
what are you
they're
doing?
setting him up for failure for Trevor Lawrence. That's all
what
they're
I'm
doing.
saying.
The NFC East, this is where we kind of disagreed on. I got the Patriots winning it now. Belichick got his quarterback.
I never take nothing away from Belichick.
I mean, going through their schedule, I just don't see how you're going to beat them so
You
many
really
times.
think it's going to work with Newton and Belichick?
I didn't say they win
You
the Super
really
Bowl.
think that's going to work? That ain't going to work.
The problem is, Tom, if
No.
it don't work, Cam Newton's gone. It's simple.
Terry,
Belichick
it's
ain't going
not
nowhere.
going to work. He's not going to put up with that.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
He's
It's
already
like,
named
if
him
it
the
doesn't-
starter, so he's already put up with whatever.
Newton has got to understand he's got to
not
follow
gonna-
the rules, or he's no longer going to be there.
They had,
But
to
he
me,
knew that before he signed the contract.
to me, they've had too many key components on defense opt out.
Yes.
Dante Hightower's not playing like so many people just opted out.
Listen, y'all can bet against Belichick's defense all you want, but I'm not picking the Jets or Dolphins. And Josh Allen's offense is average. So he's got going against Jets, Dolphins, and an average offense.
Oh, Josh Allen's pretty good, man.
Josh Allen, people look. We're sitting here talking about Cam Newton
Here we go.
and Bill Belichick with the Patriots. Josh Allen is the white Cam Newton. People just don't want to say it.
Yeah, he
it's
can
exactly
run-
what
yeah,
it is.
Yeah.
I mean, so which one's going to have the better defense because people didn't opt out? The Bills.
Either way, Josh Allen is not a
And the Bills got
above average
what
quarterback.
was it, Diggs from Minnesota, right? Who was the wide receiver? So I mean, they're going to be good, man.
Hey, everybody has different
Go ahead
predictions.
and say it, Kevin. That's cute, Tom. That's
Hey,
cute.
Bills got a I'll say it this way. Bills have a chance.
And no one circles the wagons like the Buffalo Bills.
Bills have a chance. All right, NFC East: Eagles 9, Cowboys 8, Redskins 6, Giants 4.
Hey, we doubled our win total compared to this from last year. We doubled it.
I wonder how many, how much the defense is going to be improved with
Yeah, it's going to be
Rivera and
vastly
Chase
improved.
Young. I wonder how many.
It will be.
Wonder how many double teams Chase Young's going to face as
Probably
a rookie.
every snap,
down, yeah.
every snap.
The Bills' offense last year was worse than the Browns and the Panthers and the Giants and the Detroit Lions and the Arizona
I
Cardinals.
just said they added a premier wide receiver.
That's cute, Tom.
There it is. There it is.
And they still
So it
almost
doesn't
beat the
matter.
Texans in the
He
playoffs.
hates wide receivers.
Did Amari
hate wide
Cooper help?
receivers.
Did Amari Cooper help the Cowboys make the playoffs last year?
Well, he helped them win some games.
He helped.
No,
them
he
come-
didn't. He was
helped them miss the
non-existent.
playoffs.
He helped
Amari
them win a few
Cooper
games.
disappeared,
At
did he
home-
not?
at-
He
on
did
the,
disappear
on,
team.
on the road, he did. He played much
AFC
better.
but-
at home.
It will be different when you have Lamb helping him out, because then you cannot.
In the
can't
words
double
of
it.
in the
Can't
words of
double it,
in the
yeah.
words of Kevin Hastings, that's cute.
AFC North. I had Packers 10.
NFC.
NFC North. Packers 10. Now, this is why I had Nick Foles was going to be the quarterback. I had Bears at 9. They had a top 5 defense last year, and adding Nick Foles over Trubisky, I was like, well, they'll probably win. They win 8 games last year.
Then Trubisky gets to start the
But
job.
you haven't seen anything this year. Maybe Trubisky improved.
He lost to Duke and NC State.
He got to
Kevin,
start the
that's
job.
That's college, man.
What I mean by
Let's
that
not
when I
talk
say
about
that is I
college.
have no faith in anyone who lost to Duke at football.
But that's like Terry saying Anthony Davis had 2 points in a championship game in college, and now that affects him in the playoffs.
Yeah, and
I just
Simmons
don't
couldn't beat
understand.
North Carolina State in basketball.
Anthony Davis needed MKG to carry him to a national championship. That's all you need to know
But that's
about Anthony
2000.
Davis's.
That was 2012.
Listen,
I mean, you're talking something about 8 years ago.
Oh,
listen, my cat can meow and roar all it wants. It ain't a line.
What the? What does that even mean?
I don't know.
What does that even mean?
I don't know, but the AFC
cut that down and put it on Twitter.
Oh.
All right, NFC West: Seahawks 11, Rams 9, 49ers 8, Cardinals 6. I gave you 6 wins with the Cardinals, Tom. I feel
He
you a
had
little
them
bit
in the
there.
playoffs.
I feel you a
There
little
is
bit
no-
there. They can
That's
win a
my
couple.
against the grain gut. Kyler Murray is a gamer pick, okay? And I like the coach. I think he brings a lot of energy. I think the Cardinals have a good chance to surprise some people.
Tom, have you been riding
this
up and
year.
down the road today?
What do you mean?
It's dove season. They probably everybody out in Arizona shooting Cardinals.
Okay, so the last one is the NFC South. I had Saints 11, Bucks 10, Falcons 8, Panthers 5 right now. Here's where I am on this with Foles not getting the starting job. I've got them at 9 wins. I don't think it's going to happen with Trubisky. Sitting at 8 wins, I have Cowboys, 49ers, Vikings, and Falcons. I have one team in every division. Any one of them can win 9 wins. I'm not surprised they're in it instead of the Bears. The reason the Bears got picked as far as them, I think those were mostly playoff teams, and I wasn't picking the Cowboys either.
Well,
So I wasn't picking 3 teams in the South, so that's how I ended up that way.
And defense is important, and that's one thing he always does. He does look at what the team's defense.
Well, I'll say
is.
this
I
too.
know.
That's why I had the Saints. Like I have this. Like who my number 1 overall would be for the NFC would have been the Saints. Saints are also in the pursuit of Jadeveon Clowney. They are sending people out to his home. The only problem is they just don't have the money that Tennessee can throw at him. They're just gonna have to pitch to him. Hey, Super Bowl bound,
It's about
baby.
time to play it. Is he going to sign with somebody or what? I mean,
Well,
gotta make up
his
your mind.
agents, I think, are advising him wait till cut day and see who's not there, and
Okay.
then sign.
well, I went ahead, just for your entertainment, guys, went ahead and picked the playoffs. AFC round 1, Colts and Steelers. I picked Steelers over Colts. Patriots over Browns. And I picked Ravens over Titans in the round 1. In the NFC, Saints over Bears, Packers over Rams, and I had Bucks over Eagles. So that set up second round. It would be Ravens and Chiefs, Patriots and Steelers. Again, then Bucks, Seahawks, Packers, and Saints. NFC Championship game, I had Steelers versus Chiefs, Saints versus Seahawks. And in the Super Bowl, Ben Roethlisberger wins his 3rd Super Bowl over Russell Wilson's Seattle Seahawks.
Is there vodka in the refrigerator here at KTC?
Those are my picks.
Probably.
Hmm.
Who did he have winning the Super Bowl? I didn't even
Steelers.
listen.
You didn't even have in the
playoffs. That didn't sound like Chiefs. Come on.
You think?
I got them getting
You
beat.
think the
Ain't no
Pittsburgh
way.
Steelers are going to beat the Kansas City
There's
Chiefs?
no friggin' way.
No way.
Why can't they?
There's no
Did
way.
Because
the- did the
Kansas
Chiefs
City
lose
has
last year?
everybody coming back. Now, after this year,
90% of their
when you got to
offense.
pay Mahomes, now they're going to have some issues. But
You
this
just,
year,
hey, you
this
just
year,
draft the fastest receivers out of college.
I'm just telling you.
Draft the fastest
Nobody
receivers.
in the AFC is beating the Kansas City Chiefs this year.
I mean, they might lose 1 or 2 games if somebody's injured. Other than that, it's Super Bowl bound. And then Patrick Mahomes solidifies he's already a top 10 grade in year
unless
3.
unless like Mahomes goes down with an injury or something.
Oh, now that's catastrophic. That would kill
So
any team.
y'all are really telling me that Mahomes is going to be a Brady? They're going to be in it every year until
Terry,
he's gone.
did you just listen to what I said? I said
that's what I'm
this
asking
year,
because that's
he's
all I'm
still-
hearing.
He's still it's just like every talking head on TV.
Terry.
When you got your quarterback on his rookie contract and you got money to spend on Kelsey and all the other guys, all the other weapons.
Yeah, they did sign Travis Kelce.
Right.
So he's
yeah.
there.
So you're gonna have this time where you're now after this year, they'll still be good, but they may lose a few pieces on offense because
Just think about it. Tom Brady
because you
doesn't
gotta
win
pay-
the
you gotta
Super
pay,
Bowl every
you
year,
know.
but does he make the playoffs? Majority of the time, yes. That's exactly how I'm looking at Kansas City and with Patrick Mahomes right now. Could he win the Super Bowl this year while they still have everybody there? Absolutely. But after that, will they continue to make playoffs every year? Absolutely.
Yeah, because now that
With
they're
the
paying, how
league
much
as they are now, as it is now, there's no reason why Andy Reid in this offense should never make
how
it.
much did he get in his contract, Mahomes? How much?
What that $500 million contract?
See, now after this year,
10 years.
like when other guys want more money, and now they got all that money locked up in him, that's when they're going to have problems.
All right, so what's their record this year? 16-0?
No,
No,
What
not
they just
16
said?
I can see
Y'all
that.
just-
12-4,
well, no, no.
13-3.
Y'all just said the Steelers can't beat them. Well, who can then? If they're going to go 13-3, somebody can beat them.
I
What's
think
the- who do
Denver
they
will
play?
catch them
I
one
think
time.
they'll lose in
Who's
the
their
division.
non-conference?
Why can't the Steelers? Well, the Steelers can't beat them, is what y'all say.
I'm just saying, I think Denver catches them in Mile High. That would be
Yeah.
the
I
only.
wanna
That
know
would be
who
really
their
the only
non-conference
loss
is.
I could see in conference.
At Baltimore,
That's a well,
They
we
could
knew
lose
that.
that game.
That's
Home-
technically west to east.
home against the Patriots.
They're waxing them.
Yeah, I think they will.
At Buffalo.
That could be a loss.
That'll be a loss.
That could be.
Mm-hmm.
At Denver.
Could be a
That'd be a
loss.
loss.
That's tough up top.
It could be. It
At-
just depends on if Drew Lock shows up.
At Tampa.
Mm.
I still don't think that Kansas City loses. to Tampa.
At New Orleans.
Ooh, think of
That's a
this.
tough game. Might be a tough game.
Yeah, but
And the toughest game of all, at Miami.
No. So
Blow out
overall,
Miami.
they're
They
going to
got some-
finish.
I say
I
13
put
and 3.
13 and 3 on mine.
13-3,
I
12
got
and
'em
12 and
11 and
4 if
5.
somebody catches
Yeah.
them. 12 and
11
4 if somebody catches them.
11-5.
But the Steelers are one of those teams that can't beat them.
No, listen, if it
The
comes
Bills
down,
can.
if
Josh,
it co-
Josh Allen can, but Ben Roethlisberger
I'm
can't.
just gonna say this:
I just
if
wanna
it
make sure
comes
that's
down
the-
to an
that's the line
AFC
we're on.
Championship game, it will be played in Arrowhead. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I'm
Yeah,
gonna
it would
I'm
be.
gonna
It
take
would be.
I'm gonna take quarterback to quarterback Patrick Mahomes over Ben Roethlisberger.
But I also
At
any
this
day.
look-
stage of his
At
career,
any
yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
and possibly
Yeah.
when it's all said and done, Patrick Mahomes over Ben Roethlisberger all time.
But I also look at Pittsburgh with Connor in the backfield and all that thing. They're going to slow the thing down. They're going to have the ball for 6-7 minutes.
The
every
Tennessee
time they
Titans
get.
tried to slow it down on
All
the
right.
Kansas
All
City
right,
Chiefs.
guys,
And look what
last few
happened.
minutes